Well, this was not in my cards for 2025, but it is what it is, and it's taken priority over YouTube, which we'll get into that later into this video. But those of y'all that are on my Facebook know what happened, know what's going on, and I've already posted updates there. The rest of y'all have seen the community post on the channel page, and have seen that I've been at the hospital for the last 2 days. And not for me, but because of my dad. Well, yesterday, not for y'all, but for me yesterday, he got up, typical routine, get something to drink, go to the bathroom, what have you, and he slips and falls. He got up, his speech was slurred, he was forgetting things, he didn't know what day it was, what time it was, he was confused, and there was a lot going on. So some phone calls were made to family members and paramedics. They got here and did some basic little tests to just see what was going on. Like, they would hold something up in front of him and ask him what it was, and then ask him to spell out what it was. Well, he could call out what it was every single time, but he couldn't spell out what it was. Like, he wasn't all there. Like, he was very responsive, but he just wasn't all there. So we get him to the hospital, and fast forward to tomorrow evening, or fast forward to yesterday evening, they get him stable because his blood oxygen level was fairly low. He couldn't supply the oxygen he needed on his own, so they put him on a tube, got his blood oxygen level the way it needed to be, got him stable, got his blood pressure where they wanted it, and everything else. And pretty much by this morning, they had ruled out any chance of it being a stroke. But what we did find out is he had went septic and got really sick from it. He has pneumonia on top of chronic bronchitis, which he's had since he was like 15. And fluid around his lungs. And they're not ruling out the possibility of a mild heart attack, but they haven't said that there was one. They're still doing tests to kind of figure it out, but yeah, this was a pretty significant event, and that leads us to YouTube. I genuinely need this revenue right now, especially for the upcoming weeks and months. So I'm not going to be posting fresh content hardly at all for the time being. Like, I will eventually, but what I'm reluctantly going to do is do away with the membership thing, because I don't want people to, pay monthly for content they've seen already. I've got like a little over 16,000 subscribers on here, but there's hundreds of millions of people that haven't seen the content. So what I'm going to do to upkeep the schedule is stay on the old video uploads, because like I said, there's a lot of people who haven't seen those, and a lot of people want to see some of the older stuff, because that's just how YouTube works sometimes. But I debated on just going to one video a week. I probably just cut down to 2, that way it's not too repetitive with old videos, but I'll figure something out. I'll probably just stick to 3 videos and re-upload old videos just to keep the schedule going until I can manage to get some fresh content, because my dad takes priority over YouTube right now. This is just a hobby job for me. So anyway, any of y'all prayer warriors out there, I know there's some, and I know there's a lot of people that don't believe in that, but we'd definitely appreciate it if you send some up, because it's, like I said, a lot of people don't believe in that, but those of us that do, we've seen it work. It happens. We believe in it, so we would greatly appreciate it if you did send some up. But that's what's happened. The old man's in the hospital. He on the lighter side, he is doing better. His stats, his medical stuff, all of it's tracking in the right direction. He has less fluid around his lungs, but it's going to be a slow process, because right now the doctors want to keep him a couple more days to make his lungs healthy enough to start trying to wean him off of the breathing tube. And then after that, it's going to be a rehab somewhere to get him to where he can function kind of sort of on his own. So yeah, don't know when I'll be posting any fresh videos. There is some that I've got scheduled, so what I've got scheduled, you'll see that first. So anyway, that's the life and channel update. So again, any of the prayer warriors out there, we would definitely appreciate it. So we'll see you around.